Real quickly, I just want to take a second and show you real quickly some just coding practices. For example, some of the things I see kids do a lot of times is they'll do a paragraph and then they will type text and then end the paragraph and then start the paragraph on the next line that leads to the next guy, and then just keep doing this. And while that does not change the outcome, it is not a good coding practice. I have found that the best way to code is to do this. So that way you can actually locate stuff easier. Make sure that if you have a paragraph, it's on its own individual line. And then you want to put actually a space in between. That space will not influence what you see going on over here in design. But what it does is it enables you to find stuff quicker if you want to edit the information. So another example would be from an unordered list. I'm not going to just start doing the first listed item on the same page or on the same line. I'm going to go to the next line and do that first item, and then so forth. Reason you want to do that is just to keep it clean and organized. And this is something I will grade very strictly this semester. If you're not keeping it clean and organized, I'm going to ask you to clean it up. Because once we get into JavaScript and CSS, it gets a lot more complicated. So, keep your code clean. It's better to have a few too many lines in between things than it is to have too few. And this piece here adds an image, which we'll go over a little bit later. So anything else you add, if you do a BR, that's a good point. If you do a line break, I'll go either way with that. So let's say you have a paragraph, and just give me something to write here real quick, like the Price is Right is a fantastic show. If you do a line break, like right here in the middle, I will accept the fact that you move it down so you can actually see the break. Like that. That is perfectly fine. Trying to think what else may be wondering. If you do a horizontal rule anywhere, just keep that guy separate by itself. If you were to bold something else, like inside of there, keep that on the same line though. Just to show you. You can keep that on the same line. So I'm pretty much just trying to show you how to keep this spacing in between. Because see what happens if I go and pull these all together. You see how mumbled up that gets? It's not very pretty. So you don't want to do that. Keep them separate. It's not going to hurt anything. I can show you an example here real quick. If we go to YouTube, I'll show you this. You can look at any website source by right-clicking on it and go into View Source. See, they don't do the best job, and I think this is partly the browser truncating stuff. But see, like right here, example, they're doing some different things with the structure of the website. And so they have everything kind of as they're going down in layers, indenting it, and then bringing it back out. So that is not exactly a bad practice if you have multiple things inside of something to indent. So for example, we could go back in here to our listed items page. If you hit the tab key, that indents it. So then we could have all of our listed items indented right here. That's not bad practice either if it's within something. If the web page is within something. And you hit enter, it just takes you to that next line. Then you hit the backspace to go backwards. Just something to play with a little bit, but that's something I definitely will encourage and be grading rather stingently this semester. So you want to make sure you are doing spaces between your coding parts and keeping a nice and clean code.